Hello, my name is Alethea Tucker, and I am the CEO of Jolie's Enterprises. I'm also the host of a show entitled Reinvent and Rise, and the host of a podcast entitled Leveling Up the Podcast with Alethea Tucker. I recently had the distinct pleasure of working with Tina Ramsey and CTR Media Network in one of her programs where she taught me how to get exposure for my podcast. She increased my visibility tremendously, and she showed me how to monetize both of my shows to make them revenue generating products. I am so ecstatic and so happy with the service that she and her staff provided to me. She went above and beyond what I expected, and I certainly got far more than I ever dreamed I would get with her. So I highly recommend her for any of her programs. I highly recommend her as someone to go to if you are looking to increase what you do with your podcast, make it better. If you're looking to get visibility, definitely speak with her. You will not go wrong with her or anyone on her staff.
Well, just like that, we are back. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday. All right. Welcome to Morning Motivations by CTR Media Network, sponsored by CTR Cares. Yes, and yes. And today for Morning Motivations, we're going to talk about developing a growth mindset. For those of you who do not know the sound of the voice of which you are hearing, I am Dr. Tina J. Ramsey, and I'm going to be speaking with you. And I come to you live every single morning doing mindset development, just basically to motivate you, because we realize that it's scientifically known, if you can reprogram the first hours of your day to be more positive, you hear something positive, you're around more positivity, to kind of shift your day, even if your day wasn't as great the previous day, that you can have a better day. All right. And so the goal of these morning motivation is to give you that inspiration, to give you that motivation, and also give you tips and strategies to help you be able to walk into your beautiful day. Okay, and so today we're going to actually talk about developing a growth mindset. Hello Gladys, welcome. All right. And so let's go ahead and jump right into the topic at hand. Developing a growth mindset. When we're talking about developing a growth mindset, many people, we hear that phrase, we hear that terminology quite a bit because it's super popular right now. But basically, a growth mindset is the belief that your ability, your intelligence, or your talent can improve the efforts of your learning. So whatever it is that you're learning, it can be something dealing with business, personal life. But this morning, we're going to explore how this mindset can actually help transform your life, because you don't want to be in a fixed mindset. A definition for growth mindset can be as simple as this. A growth mindset is the opposite of having a fixed mindset. A fixed mindset is when you are not willing to budge. You are not willing to move on anything. Now, some things I am fixed on, like my dedication and my service to God. I am fixed. I am resolute. It's nothing. Like, I'm serving him, point blank, period. That's different. I'm talking about dealing with personal growth to make you better, or your business to make it better, or maybe just being in a better relationship. It's growth. So instead of believing that your skills or your abilities are set in stone, you recognize that it takes effort, it takes practice, it takes patience for you to learn, so that you can lead, so that you can do the improvements in order for you to be successful. So what tips and why do it matter? Why do growth mindset even matter at the end of the day? Because we have so much that we have to do in a day. So why does this even matter? Tip number one, it matters because it helps you see the challenges as they are and be able to shift your mind to look at those challenges as opportunities for you to grow, and not necessarily looking at them as obstacles. Okay? The next thing is tip number 2, having a growth mindset make you more resilient, meaning you have that good bounce back. You can bounce back. And it helps you from laying or waddling in failure. Okay? And tip number 3, it helps you to create and be innovative, and you're opening to trying new approaches. So maybe you're in your business and you have a product, and you had this product for years, but you have been thinking about, I know I can make it better. But for some reason or another, you never went through with it. But this year, you decide that you are willing to take a new approach. You're willing to be more innovative. You're willing to try your new idea to make it better. Or maybe it may be something with you, with your personal life. You may decide on something that normally will make you so afraid you're not willing to move forward because you don't know what if, right? But this year you decide that you're going to open yourself up to new opportunities, and you're going to open yourself up to be innovative. You're going to be resilient. You're going to push through even when you're afraid to do so. You're making that change, okay? And so having a growth mindset, the reason why it matters is because you're more open with a growth mindset to accept and walk through the fear, and also walk through and accept new approaches to things, being innovative, adjusting when necessary, being flexible when necessary. So how can you accomplish this? You accomplish this by reframing all your challenges as learning opportunities. Let me say it again. You need to reframe all your challenges, all your obstacles as learning opportunities. You also need to consistently remind yourself that mistakes are stepping stones to success. Let me say that again. I want you to remind yourself that any mistakes that you make are just stepping stones to your success. It's teaching you. You're starting to learn on how to avoid that again. And every time you make a mistake and you keep pushing forward and you find a solution, you are actually creating the blueprint to be able to help someone else or a group of people, because now you're not just someone that heard something or read something. You have the experience, and you have the follow through, and you created the results because you went through it. I want a person that went through something if I'm dealing with it. If I want to be successful, I don't want a person who just read books about business. Yeah, reading books about business is good. But I want a person who read the books and also experienced the ups and downs of business, that is have went through what I am trying to go through, that has successfully saw themselves on the other side. I don't want somebody that just reading, somebody that just went to school for it and they never experienced it, because experience to me, school learning is good, because trust and believe, I'm for school too. But it's something about the experience of living life, whether it's personal or business or whatever, that can teach you more than any book that you read. So I want the people that experienced it. Hello, welcome to the live. And I have found when I have mentors and coaches that lived it, I was able to reach my level of success or reach my goals more effectively, because now they had that inside experience, that certain things I was able to avoid because they went through it, and now they can warn me. And I'm like, wow. So did you ever go through losing it all? Have you ever dealt with being in financial challenges? Have you ever dealt with losing a loved one? How did you make it through? How did it look? How did it feel? What did you need in that time? How can you help me overcome this situation? How do it feel to go from having nothing, with no financial literacy, to having it all and trying to understand how to manage it all? Those are the people that I like for mentors and coaches, because they can actually give you something that a book can't give you, real life experience. So for all you who are coaches and feel like you have to have all these degrees and certificates, certifications, they're good and all. However, nothing trumps experience and actually going through the process, in my personal opinion. Another thing you need to do when you are developing this growth mindset, you need to shift from feeling like you have to be fixed on everything. Tip number one, you need to replace I can't do this with I can do this. Or simply, I can't do this yet. Not saying that you can't do it, but saying I just can't do it yet. I'm going to come back to it. Or I can do it. Emphasize that you will do it, but you just have to put it in a certain time frame. Tip number two, I want you to focus on the efforts and the progress instead of the perfection. Lord have mercy. Many of us do not give ourselves grace. We do not. Oh my goodness. We are our worst critic, worst enemy. You're worrying about other people, what they think, how they feel about you, but we are worse to ourselves than anybody else. And I need you to stop being so hard on yourself. The same grace that you bestow upon other people, I need you to start giving yourself that same grace. I need you to start focusing on all the things that you have done right and not just focusing on the things that you have done wrong. I need you to stop focusing on, well, I'm too old now. You're never too old to walk out your dream. You're never too old. I don't care how many times you did it and failed. You keep getting up and you keep doing it until you succeed. You are never too old to live out your dream, to reach out for the life that you know that you deserve to have. You're never too old. Okay? Let me tell you when you're too old. When you take your last breath and you can't anymore. That's when you're too old. As long as you got breath in your lungs, as long as you breathing and thinking and moving and walking and everything else, and even if you're not walking, you can be in a wheelchair. As long as you have mobility of the brain, you can do anything that you want to do. I don't care if your thing seems so silly to other people. Like some people may feel like if you're 80 something years old, why would you want to get your high school diploma? Well, if it means something to you, then go get that GED. How about that? You might be 70 years old and still wanting to start a business. You got great grandkids, or you want to start a podcast. You want to go on a trip. How about this? You might be 70, 60 years old and you want to get married. Whatever that is and whatever that looks like for you, never, ever let age be a factor to stop you to doing it. Because I speak with so many older people like, well, I'm too old to do this. I'm like, hold up. Let me tell you something. You're not too old. You still living right. You still breathing right. Well, then you're not too old. How about that? And I don't know who needs to hear that, but listen, you are not too old. I want everybody, regardless of your age, education, background, financial status, I want you to have the confidence to walk into whatever it is that you want to do. And no matter if other people don't believe or don't see your vision, I need you to be bold enough and courageous enough to keep going, even when nobody is supporting you. Keep moving, keep going. It was a woman. She was 60 plus years old and she wanted to be an actress. So when she went to I saw it on a movie, a little video clip, when she wanted to go to an audition, and she went, she met the person who do the audition, and he thought that she was just bringing her granddaughter or someone to do the audition. And when she said that no, it was her, she was gonna be, she's auditioning for the part. The critics, they laughed at her. They picked at her like, you're too old. We don't want no old person doing this. And the other two critics said, no, we're gonna give her a chance. And she said the part. All the younger people went through and said their part. She went through and said her part, and the other people was moved. But the head critic was like, no, she's too old. I don't want no old person doing it. So she left. When she left, it was another woman that was outside playing a harp. She was an older woman. And she said, never give up. That one word, never give up. Fast forward, the woman never gave up. She went to all these different auditions. She started putting herself in classes. She started taking her classes. She ended up getting her first acting gig. After that, she started doing little plays, and then it grew and grew and grew until she was one of the best actresses at over 60 plus years old, just starting out, because she did not stop. Because she did not stop. Okay. And she did not let the negativity that was surrounding her in her dream stop her from moving forward. So, whatever it is that you're doing, she had that perfect growth mindset. She did not let all the things that looked like it was against her stop her from moving. She didn't let it stop her. From the outside, looked like she should have stopped, but with her developing and cultivating this proper growth mindset, she kept moving, and then she was able to reap the results that her dream came true. So that can happen with all of us. Embrace when you get constructive criticism, feedback. Figure out how you can make yourself better, whether it's personal, business, or just life in general. You need to use that as a guide to improve yourself. Practice being grateful for what you currently have and the abilities that you already have, and make them better. While you're striving to improve on something that you're working on, make sure that you hone in on the things that you're already excelling at and make that better. Set goals that challenge you. That's not easy. That will take some effort for you to be able to accomplish. Set those challenges outside of your comfort zone. When you are outside of your comfort zone, that's where you truly achieve the level that you're trying to get. One guy said this. He said that your success is always on the other side of what you don't want to do. Let me say that again. Your success is always on the other side of what you do not want to do. And most of the time, if something is challenging to us, we don't want to do it. Who want to feel like they have challenges or obstacles, right? So keep in mind, what is it that you don't want to do that you know you should be doing that you're not doing? I want you to do that. If it's positive, I want you to do that and work through it. And let me know how it turns out. It may take you a short while to do it. It may take you a long time to do it. But regardless, I want you to keep moving forward and have that growth mindset. I want you to take action this week on something that challenges you, something that makes you feel a little afraid, a little nervous, but you know it's something that if you do it, it will allow you to have your breakthrough. I want you to reflect on what we learned today from these different experiences and also these different tips. I want you to take this and I want you to grow. I want you to flourish, and I want you to seek your abundance. Yes, 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 yes. And I want you to live your best life. You guys, I hope you enjoyed this segment of that we talked about how you can actually develop the proper growth mindset. And having the proper mindset does not mean that you have a fixed mindset, meaning you do not move. This is all about adjusting, pivoting when necessary, and moving and taking action. You can and you will be successful. And success means different things to different people. I'm proud of you. Thank you for tuning in on today. I look forward to speaking with you every single morning. And come back tomorrow. Yes, we're going to talk about another timely topic. I'll let you know what that topic will be on tomorrow. You guys have a great, amazing rest of your day. Remember, you can do whatever it is that you want to do. And for those of you who need extra inspiration, not just in the morning, but you need it throughout your day, go and download the CTR Media Network app, where we have over 30 shows giving you this inspiration, motivation, tips, and strategies from independent content creators, hosts, as well as their amazing guests that come on and give you information from everything from your personal life all the way to business, even homeschooling, and also you can share into some events. And if you want to start your own podcast, then guess what? No excuses in 2025. we actually have a course that is for absolutely free on CTR Media Network on how to start a podcast on Spotify, where I am literally walking you through every single step. The way that you can download the app is going to ctrmedianetwork.com and click the red button on the website that said watch free TV. And then it will take you to TV, and then you scroll down to the bottom and watch where it says under the channel events and webinar TV. And you will be able to take advantage of that free course so that you can start your podcast today if that's something that you have a desire to do. I am Dr. T&J Ramsey for Morning Motivations by CTR Media Network and sponsor of CTR Cares. And I want you to know, if no one told you today that you matter, that you're important, that you are worthy, I'm here to tell you that you all of that and a bag of chips, baby. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great, amazing rest of your day. Bye.
Here's why you need to tune in right now. With CTR Media Network, you can transform your knowledge into a fully produced TV show. Imagine your content streaming on platforms like Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and Amazon Fire TV, reaching over 350 million households in 140 countries. We take care of everything, from managing your ready-to-go content to global distribution. And it's not just any content, it's edutainment. A perfect blend of education and entertainment that keeps viewers coming back for more. You'll join a vibrant community of thought leaders, podcasters, and educators, all sharing a passion for impactful content and global reach. Plus, with our app available on Google Play and the App Store, your show will be accessible to millions more, ready to shine on the global stage. Let's get you started. Schedule a 15-minute call with us today and turn your idea into a TV sensation. Reply to this video by saying, "I want to learn more." Don't wait, your audience is out there waiting.